Hello, guys. Welcome to the Three Hammers. This is not a podcast. This is just literally a short little update. And look who is back. Wow. There's no football and he's back.
Yeah.
Got
no choice. I'm locked down.
I know, mate. Look, the hair's getting longer. Just we live in a funny world at the minute. Not funny, haha, just funny as just a crazy, crazy world we live in at the minute.
A bizarre way of existence at the minute. But, you know, it's for the short time.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can get Lee on a bit more often. It will be nice. He's first time he's been on a live show with us as well. So Lee, the Premier League have announced. Obviously, we've not actually done any videos for a long time about. It was delayed originally to April 30th since the last time we did a video, and now it's been delayed. Definitely, mate. What do you make of that?
It's the right decision, isn't it? I mean, what I hope is that we can finish the season, even though that may not be good for us in our current predicament. But that's my hope anyway.
Do you think they will? Do you honestly think they will? I think it's just delaying the inevitable, really. To use Theresa May catchphrase, kicking the can down the road.
But do you think if they don't, then Liverpool should get the title?
No, I think it should just be that's it, voided. I'm not a Liverpool hater in any way. It's just, I'm not a Liverpool lover or a Liverpool hater. I'm very straight down the middle. It's more what you feel. I know you don't like Leicester, but it's like what you feel for teams like Leicester, Sheffield United. I know you're not a big fan of West Ham, but what you feel. I know what I'd feel if I was West Ham, Sheffield United's position. They were saying the season got to be voided.
There's loads of things like so what do you do? You're saying what I read today was that if the cups get voided, then it goes to league position as it currently is. But that's not right.
No.
For Europe, I mean, the European spot goes to league position.
Yeah.
That's not right. You have to finish it one way or another.
I know. As a West Ham fan, though, you know, there's a lot of benefits to it being voided. Is that a selfish thing, like you say, mate? Is it selfish
to? Yeah, because if you're, God, you know, I haven't even looked at league table. It's been off so long, but I think we're fourth and bottom, aren't we? Bournemouth are just below.
Yeah, there's a few teams on 27 points.
Yeah.
When I was looking at it earlier.
So anyway, if you are currently in that sort of, it's 5 or 6 teams, isn't it? God, my brain has just gone football dead.
Mate, sport in general. It just there's no sport. Yeah. Well, here we go. John says, "Hi Lee, I hope you're doing well."
Thank you. As well as can be expected.
Yeah.
No, it is a weird one. It's a weird one, but in my opinion, I think the season has to finish. I think
the question marks that are being asked, mate. Obviously, if it goes past June the 30th, then you get the issue of players' contracts running out, sponsorship deals running out on shirts and things like that. And then how do you overcome those problems?
Well, I know it's difficult. Actually, that's another thing we could talk about. Is again, yet another one of our sponsors is on the verge of going bust.
Yeah, we'll talk about mate.
Sorry,
XL Holidays. More right there that's been out of business with us.
I know. We're in unprecedented times, aren't we? I mean, 4 months ago, who would have thought that we'd all be sat in our homes, not being able to go out, and none of this could be planned for. And I think whatever decision is made will be a one-off, and it will be, well, it'll be impossible to challenge. So if you're Liverpool and you don't get given the title, then my God.
Yeah, Jamie Gill says, can't give Liverpool the league.
No, I do agree.
Mark Redmond says, season is dead food, fellas. Can't have no social gatherings or groups of people until they have a vaccine. That's another thing. I know we was talking in our WhatsApp group in the weekly, and you said about the World Cup option, you know, that little mini group thing. Then you get that thing of, you know, we're supposed to be social distancing.
Yeah.
And you have 22 men on a pitch. You know, they're going to be tackling each other. They're going to be very close to each other. Is that sort of detrimental to what the government are trying to push? It's a real tough one.
I agree, and I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. Everyone will have an opinion, but I think you just delay it as long as you delay it for. You don't start next season until this one's finished, in my opinion.
Yeah, but then what does that do for the next season in terms of just constant? It's just going to it's looped, isn't it? It's tough. It's tough. There's no right. No. Can understand. Look, we're nobodies in the football world. What those people at the top are doing is crazy. You know what the decisions they've got to come to.
So I think it was Gary Neville. I sort of heard this from the World Cup idea is that you play out the rest of the games in the Midlands. So all the teams will go to hotels in the Midlands. So they'll all be in the same environments. So that solves that. The players can't be together. You play all behind closed doors. So the same people will be mixing and living together almost, but in obviously bigger numbers. So you quarantine them for 7 or 14 days, whatever it's going to be. And then you play the matches over 2 weeks, every match on telly.
Mhm.
No
I
fans.
noticed that, I don't know if you read it, mate, Aaron Cresswell came out very concerned about coming back and playing football because he's got a very young daughter. And I think you've got to think of what the footballers are thinking as well.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. You know, the thought of being on the train when I have to go back to work on the 14th, it's actually quite terrifying. Again, that might sound overreacting, I don't know, but those trains to me at the moment look a bit of a death trap.
Yeah, no. And the other thing to consider is that the football is so low on the priority list at the minute.
It is, mate. It is, and it's again, it's summed it all up. But we can all sit here and miss it. Look, we can't make videos about West Ham or football in general at the minute, or boxing, anything. It's not that important.
No, it's not.
It's places like TalkSport and Sky Sports constantly trying to make it like it's life or death if Liverpool don't get that league title. Yes, there's going to be upset fans, but it's not important.
No, it's not.
The world we live in at this moment, it's not important. I'm just going to jump.
The important thing is stay at home, follow the advice, and hope we get through it. Basically.
That's it, mate. That's it. Sport can not justify resuming even behind closed doors, as medics will need to be present as people are dying. That's a very good point as well, mate. You're taking medics out of the hospital to be at the London Stadium or wherever they're going to do it at neutral grounds. It's a very good point there, mate. Cresswell's come out saying he don't want to play. It's not just about the Premier League either. Yeah. I can't see the season being played, unfortunately. It will likely be voided, but they'll be waiting as long as possible. I think the thing for me, when they Wimbledon, the Wimbledon is sort of ends mid-July. So if they're saying they can't put that on mid-July, that tells me the Premier League is not going on that date as well.
Yeah, and you have to build in like training schedules and things like that as well. And essentially, the players will need a pre-season.
But the transfer window as well.
I know. It's
just
what
happens there. Yeah. It's crazy. It is truly crazy time. Just a few more comments. So you can be offside by 5 foot. Hi Hammerwell. Oh, it's JPTV. He says, great to see Lee back. There we go. One person brings it into the camp and the whole Premier League gets it. Cannot happen. So that's the quarantine thing there. I can't see the season being played. We did that one. Sorry, Jamie. How are you, mate? Hammerwell. So what are you missing the most, mate, about West Ham? I know obviously you still have your season ticket. Not been the best of seasons though, has it? Let's be fair.
No, it's been poor. The team is poor. The squad's not good enough. You talk about players underperforming. Actually, ultimately, I think the players aren't good enough. The squad. It's really hard to put your finger on because
it seems like such a long time ago now, West Ham, because where we haven't had a game for so long.
Don't know, rack my brains. I've been working from home for 3 weeks, and the laptop's killing my eyes. I get permanent headaches. Just like
a few little rumours since we last made a video is obviously the Declan Rice one will be the rumour that goes on and on until he leaves the club eventually. You think he stays now this summer, or does it make it even more likely that he potentially will go?
So early on this season, I was sort of advocating quite strongly that he needs to go back to centre half. I don't think he's good enough as a central midfielder. Actually, he improved when Moyes came in. He has improved a lot, actually, and I like his passion and everything. But beginning of the season, he wasn't good enough to be in that central midfield. But I think Moyes has done something to him personally.
It gives, doesn't it? It hurts him to lose.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of him. I know you sort of blow hot and cold with him a little bit. Is there anyone?
I think he's a very good player, but I think ultimately he should be a centre half.
I needed a rest as well, I think, mate.
Yeah,
I think this will be a good thing. Yeah. This is a good thing for him. He has a rest. Do you know what I mean? I'm good. Sorry. Evening from Australia. Well,
hey.
Evening to you, mate. Do you guys feel relaxed now the speculation is over? What speculation is that, JP? Just
About Rice, maybe.
Is that about Rice? Just make that a little bit more clear, mate. Sorry. Yeah. So, is there anyone that you like? Souček as well. What happens with that? I hope Souček stays. I like Souček as well. I think Souček
The
could
little
be.
bit he's played, he's looked good, and in my opinion, anything to get Noble out of the team is a good thing.
Well, and then Bowen as well. Like he's looked like we was hopefully going to see a little bit of a player there. Again, that's all the things that is so wrong to hope for a voided season. I know the word, is it ethically? I shouldn't be wishing morally, yeah. Morally, I shouldn't be wishing for it. It sorts all these problems out. Souček stays, Owen stays, and then you get a chance to go again. But I don't. The only thing I'm against it being voided in terms of West Ham is that Gold and Sullivan get out here. Do you see that? Yeah,
no, I do. Can I just throw one other thing? Playing devil's advocate. If you void the season, surely all the transfers should be voided.
There's a good point to that as well, mate. Yeah. And what happens with the League Cup, though? So Man City have won it.
Yeah.
Technically, the season's void. So
exactly. If you void something, then it's written out of history, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't, it's so complicated. Honestly, I don't know politically what it stands as. I don't know.
I think one way or another, it has to finish.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Question still remains: if they finish the Premier League, what about the lower divisions? Is it not fair for either of them to finish? Think of Slav. No, whatever you think of Leeds, I would love to see Leeds come back purely because they're a club. Think of Slav. Slav is on the brink, putting his stock up, isn't he? Slav brings West Brom back up. All of a sudden, he becomes a wanted commodity, a wanted manager again. What do you think of that, mate? What do you make of the suggestion of the 22 league then? 22-team league? It may as well throw these at you because we ain't got long.
No, I know. It's just really hard to even have an opinion, really, because it's just unprecedented. Really hard. Mm. I think if we were relegated last season, I was in West Brom's position.
Oh, you'd be fuming. Really nervous at this time.
There has to be legal grounds with this as well.
Think of Leeds. Leeds. Leeds have not been in the league for. I was in Mallorca when I was 20, so 15 years they've been out of the Premier League. Leeds, and you're there, touching distance, and then someone could go, "No, you got to try and do it again." How as players do you recover from that?
But that, as I was just saying, legally, the lawyers must be looking at this and thinking. There is no precedent for it because it's never happened before. But
I don't know, mate. Yeah, so JP was saying about Rice, mate, and when and the time when football resumes. In Rice, like I say, you didn't really answer it, mate. Do you think this makes it more likely or less likely that he will go this summer?
My fear is that players think that this is a big chunk of their careers. I say big chunk because a footballer's top level career is 10 years, isn't it? Ish.
Yeah.
If that. Prime. Less than that, 3 or 4. And how long will he want to hang around, not winning trophies, not being successful? Let's don't forget, he's not a West Ham fan. He shows the passion and everything, but he's not.
Oh yeah, I think he wants to go to Chelsea. I think he wants to be there with Mason Mount.
Yeah. But
I'll tell you what, it does make more likely though. It sounds like Harry Kane's making some noise about wanting to go as well.
Yeah,
for all those
I can start liking him if he goes to another
club.
I
know. Yeah, can start liking him. Yeah. Hi chaps, I hope you're keeping well. Souček has said he is happy and wants to stay. Club claims if we stay up, he will. I hope so. It looks like we've got a bit of a player there. Just going to go through his last few comments, mate. At last, sanity has prevailed and there's now clear direction on the future of football and things and the timing and resumption of all competitions. Hopefully that is the end of speculation on how and when the season will end. Obviously, you guys haven't heard the news from the meeting about the future of football. Belgian League has been cancelled. UEFA are threatening them with European expulsion. It's a bunch of clueless idiots. I'll tell you one league that has carried on, mate. Your one, where you've just come from, Belarus.
I know. So I was there for 2 years. I've been to see Belarusian football. It's not the quality is not as good, but it's a different. Yeah, it's good. I don't think I'm going to spend my weekends watching it.
No.
I'm surprised it's still going. I really am.
Yeah.
Really shocked.
Yeah.
Really shocked.
Nothing matters. I can't see the UK and France where I am getting back to normal for September at the earliest. Where are you at, DJ Blokey? Can you realistically seeing life being 100% back to normal much before winter? At this point, 2020-21 season pick up where we left off in 2021 to finish the 1920 season as it is, including cups. Who knows? Honestly, who knows what's going to happen? I can't see, like, for my job personally, I don't know whether schools will be back until September. Can't see it. I can't see it.
Don't want to make it too sort of scientifically political, and I haven't got any chance of doing that whatsoever. But you look at the sort of trend, and you look at China that are just starting to sort of unlock ever so slightly.
And that's been what, since November?
No, I think January.
Yeah.
Is when it was sort of majorly locked
that's
down.
4 months. Yeah.
So and I think I saw today that our death toll has overtaken theirs as well now.
Oh well, Jesus Christ!
I know. It's just absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
absolutely
terrifying.
Horrendous.
Really terrifying stuff.
But that's what you got to look at, the sort of trends from other places and hope that.
Well, we won't know until, again, don't want to be all scientific because I'm not. 3 weeks time, when we've been on lockdown 3 weeks, 3 weeks after lockdown, that's when you'll know where we're going.
Yeah.
The fans have finished the season. There's always a manager in the chat, and others can play better. Blah blah blah.
The money thing's interesting. What do you think about the money? About them giving up their wages?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's like it's not the footballers' fault that they're on that amount of money. They can't. You know, someone like Daniel Levy. I don't want to keep picking Spurs out, and Mike Ashley to put that non-playing staff on furlong. I would expect the government to pick up them wages when the footballers can just. Someone put a thing on Twitter the other day. Every player put themselves on 5% less, not 30%, 5% less. That would cover all the club's non-playing staff, probably more, for a year.
Yeah.
What about you, mate?
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? And it's weird, but the fact that non-playing staff have had to, in many cases,
I know, keeping the rich richer. It's that keeping the rich richer. Yeah.
I know, but then I suspect the players' contracts are much tighter bound than.
Someone made a good point. You know, say for example, like our mortgage is for a 250 grand house, players' mortgage for £1 million house. So what we're paying in mortgage, it does sort of half match up. You know, they still have to pay a mortgage, they still have to pay for their cars and stuff. They're a lot more luxurious than ours, but they still have an outgoing that needs to be met. Yeah. Can't play behind closed doors. For instance, you've already played Watford at the Olympic Stadium with the home crowd advantage. So when you play at Vicarage Roads, they don't have the advantage. Again, that's another really, really good point. For Sizzy, schools will definitely not return until at least September.
Education secretary there.
Yeah.
I do agree, though.
Yeah, no, I do agree, mate. It's really sad. I'd rather be at work. Honestly, it's very, very boring. I'd much rather be at work, working every day. But, at the moment, it's weird times. Couple more things, mate. So, you think if the season was to resume, we will start? Or a close call under the condition? We'll say under certain conditions, right? Let's do two options. If it was games behind closed doors, you think we would start?
Again, hard to say because I don't know what impact that would have, not having fans.
If it's the World Cup tournament, no way West Ham start.
I was looking at the fixtures. I was thinking Villa at home, Watford at home, Newcastle away, big games. I think the season is going to hang on.
Spurs game, like our away fans are so good in that game as well, aren't they?
I had a ticket for that. Gutted.
Oh God!
Not been to their stadium yet.
Have they sent out anything about season ticket renewals, Lee?
No, I don't think they will. Well, you'd hope not. You'd really hope not.
Okay.
But things like that. What how long do you keep this going?
I know.
Before you refund fans for their tickets for this year, or
Yeah.
if I was a betting man, I think they'd do this club cash thing. Personally, that's what I think they'll do.
Why should players take a pay cut when the club staff to suffer first? Remember how the trickle-down effect. Any return to play will only be with the full support of the government and when the medical balance allows it. Thanks for appointing me Secretary of State, Lee.
It's strange that because the Premier League took the decision before the government to cancel.
Yeah.
So
because they're saying that the reason, again, it's all rumours, but they reckon why it spiked so much in Italy and Spain is because of that game, that Champions League game. I think between Atlanta and someone, I can't remember who it was.
Valencia,
yeah, that game may have been the whole reason why it's gone boom, because there were so many people that it's just gone crazy from that point.
Because again, I read today about the Liverpool. There was 14 cases in Liverpool. Then they played that Atletico Madrid match, and it's same things happened.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It's crazy. A couple more things, and then we'll wrap it up, mate. I only wanted to go for half hour. So, as we ain't seen you for a while, mate, who's your hammer of the year? I assume it's same as everyone else's at the minute. So, if it was to end right now, who would be your hammer of the year?
Roberto, probably.
No. It's Bonner for me. To be honest,
Bonner. I think
Bonner's been sensational this year. I do it in a tough year. I think
Antonio's been good in I hate that we have to rely on people like Antonio and Snodgrass.
No, mate, I know. It's even noble to a certain extent. You know that just shows where we've not progressed as a club. I know it's a different show altogether, and we'll probably do a show on that one day. Yeah, to actually, excited when Antonio was coming back just shows lack of progression. The club.
Yeah. And Noble even said it himself. I can't quote him exactly, but he said something like, after the cup match that we lost to West Brom, we shouldn't be relying on me still.
Yeah, Mark said that, didn't he? Noble said that. Yeah. Anything else, mate, for you?
Hammer of the year of Bono, I think. Yeah. I can't really think of anyone else who would be in with a shout. But then again, look how many bloody goals were conceded.
Oh, yeah. I've got to say, I have been enjoying the older reruns, the Noble testimonial and the 5-4.
And the last game at the Boleyn as well.
I'm expecting the Old Trafford game to be replayed.
Yeah, the 5-4 was, and I know it didn't end well, but the Aston Villa double header. Oh yeah, as well, the League Cup ones. The atmosphere that night was.
They really show that with the Manny. Would they show the Manny on the Wimmy games?
No, probably not.
I'm expecting the Tottenham game to come out. Yeah, 3-0. That surely's got to come out. It's a great, isn't it? I'll tell you what, mate. We'll leave it there. I don't want to just ramble on about nothing. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Premier League. We'll try and make videos when we can. It's great to have Lee back. Hopefully Lee can come back a few more times and we'll have Paul as well. Until then, guys, on your eyes. Thanks for joining us in the chat. Take it easy. Keep believing. Subscribe.